If you're new, press the bell icon to get the latest notifications.
Assalamu alaikum everyone, and welcome back to JASMY video update today. And so let's talk about this. Did you watch the Bitcoin update? You should be watching Bitcoin updates, by the way, because they provide a lot of information. So we've seen JASMY doing some pretty incredible moves, and I do think that we're looking pretty good for JASMY right now. We've talked about the EMAs, we've talked about the support and resistance, I've talked about the weekly time frame, and for some people who don't know the technical targets of the weekly, we do have this 55 EMA. What I actually said yesterday is that you cross the 10 and the 20, you're closing above the 20, and you're looking to visit the 55 at 0.02 20,000, 0.0 20,000. Okay, so that's where it makes sense to climb up for JASMY, and I personally think this is about to happen. We're about to see an incredible push to the upside. Actually, if we do even look on the weekly, we could even potentially say that, you know, you're trying to make in a flag here, that you're trying to break out of the flag, and if you take the whole top to bottom right there, this could actually be that you're looking for, again, 18,000, again near that 55 level, okay, 55 EMA level. So for me right now, Bitcoin is eyeing to go to $32,000. So that's going to, you know, make a lot of altcoin even push a little bit higher. We're looking good based on the EMAs. We're looking for this, you know, bull cross right there, move up, back tested the EMAs, and this is really, really healthy. Move up, correction, impulsive move, correction. We need another impulsive move, another correction, impulsive move, correction. So these are known as thrush and reactions. Thrush and reaction, not thrush, it's thrust, sorry. So thrust is like an impulsive move. Thrust, reaction, thrust, reaction, thrust, reaction. That's the you know, format of an uptrend. And when you have the downtrend, the opposite is what happens. So this is just how the psychology works. And I always say that I have a course for you. I'm teaching. I can give you a discount. Message me on Twitter. The link is in the description of the video. At least learn how to trade. You know, it's still gonna help you. I know a lot of people have been helped to save their money, and this is not me trying to market things, but I'm doing some real talk right here. This is your thrust, reaction, thrust, reaction, thrust, reaction, thrust, sideways movement, move up, the break of a downtrend, and when you break the trend, you make a new trend. That's what they say. Thrust, reaction, thrust, reaction, thrust, reaction, until you don't actually, you know, don't break the downtrend, and then you start another trend to the downside. So basically what we have to see is, just like we had this resistance line for the downtrend that you've broken out of, we also have to see this support line for an uptrend as well. So this is a little bit of support for the uptrend, and you know, I'm just showing you the bird view, and this is so important to talk about. So here we go with the bird's view right now. So I'm just gonna lay down things like that. All right, so you do have this one move to the upside, push to the upside, sideways, 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 touch the trend line, move up, touch the trend line, and again, all of these rules, all of these things are in my trading course. And we can talk about the confirmation of a trend line. Okay, so trend line, you need 3 touches to confirm a trend line, and so far you do have confirmation of this trend line, which means you have 1 touch here, 2nd touch right there, and you can see this is another 3rd touch right here, valid trend line. So we don't really need to come below this trend line and start hitting your head like this, because you can start to go down. So basically we can say that, you know, trend the trend line, trend the EMAs. That's very, very safe to say. One example I can show you is FTM. Back in the days, I do remember, and I always use FTM for trend line example purposes. Again, all of this is in your trading course. Now, for example, here with FTM, what I can show you is something like this. This was the trend line, very, very similar to what JASMY probably could have been doing, right? So I'm just going to bring in this trend line right here. I'm just going to show you where we started. So here we go. Okay, this is the kind of a trend line that I want to show you, somewhere right over here. Boom, just like that. So what did you do here is you made this 1 touch right there, 2nd touch right over here, bounce off, and then another touch, and then you bounce off. You can just keep trading and trading until the trend line is finally not lost. The second thing is the EMAs as well. So if you look at the EMAs are pretty much you know, there, but the trend line actually acted as a very big massive influencer in the prices moving up, until finally you didn't do something like this. You know, you lost the trend line. And if I zoom in here into the detail here, this is where you actually touched the trend line, and then you went up a little bit, came down, lost the trend line for the first time, went for the retest, and this is a kiss of death, and then you started to move to the downside. That's what you don't want to do for JASMY. Actually, you don't want to lose that trend line and you know, make a kiss of death and then start to push even lower. So for me right now, it's amazing. You could even do something like push up and then in the future come down to the trend line, then push up, go to the trend line, and then do something like that. So that's all for JASMY. Hope this makes sense, and I'm going to see you the next one. Allah Hafiz.